Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay, our friends. For those of you who tuned in last time, you know that we leveled up, so we had to take a few minutes to make those adjustments to our character sheets. So welcome to another lovely Tuesday evening playing Pathfinder 2E with the awesomeness that you see on the screen. Your host, Molly Mayhem, playing as Tatiana, Cheeky Angel playing as Sephi, Winter, who plays as Vivian, Luna Whisper, who plays as Nari, and our super awesome DM Patrick, who plays as our DM, as well as the cute, awesome Black.
Black, he likes fire.
Fire.
So, last time on Pathfinder, you were summoned before the city council to describe your findings in terms of the serial killer who had been disemboweling people in the dark of night.
Mm-hmm.
While in the midst of giving your testimony on what was going on to a bunch of bureaucrats and politicians, otherwise known as mostly useless people, everyone suddenly started getting stoned, inebriated, fucked up, and the head of the Barristers Guild transformed into an ooze, not by his own intention.
Yeah.
After running around trying to find the cure to the spell that he had just ingested, you finally turned out that 37 kobolds who had been acting as messengers and pages for the city council had decided to pull an Ocean's 11 and rob the treasury. You guys made it there just in time as their swashbuckling leader pokes his head out of the hole and bids you adieu and runs off with all the gold. Town council decides they don't want anybody to know they got the wool pulled over their eyes by a bunch of kobolds and is keeping it under the rug. They're paying you some hush money to keep it that way. But you have figured out what was happening with the serial killer. It was a half-orc, half-hill giant woman named Molly Longshanks, who apparently had been kidnapped by some cultists, and the transformation ritual that they had attempted on her went horribly wrong. They lost control of her, she lost control of herself, and much slaughter happened. But with the help of the Temple of Callistria, you have managed to get her mostly under control, and you have 1 month in which to get vengeance upon those that did this to her. Otherwise, Molly Longshanks and Vivian may suffer some penalty from the goddess for not getting their shit together. You have some various clues on where to go and what to look at. And the question is, what do you do from here? Remember, you are also always welcome to ask me any questions as to what was this. I don't expect everyone to have an idyllic memories to, be able to remember every last detail.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to head in the direction of the cultists, but I don't remember exactly what details would lead me to that.
Well, you have the babblings of one of the cultists that you captured, who is a mole in the city watch, and the only thing that he really gave you in terms of the location was the cave beneath the cave, waves beneath the waves.
Well, do we need to go catch the kobolds that did what it did? Did the shit they did?
Nah. Let them suckers roll.
The city council has not asked you to catch them.
Oh, okay.
And they're not putting a bounty in with the Adventurers Guild because that would advertise that they got took.
Fucked up.
Fair.
So, I mean, if you wanted to go and get the money from the kobolds yourselves, that's your choice. But you
I think
are on a limited calendar right now.
I think it's
Okay.
neat, the thing they did. I think it's neat.
And hell, you got paid good money from the Barristers Guild, and for turning him back into a human, or as close as a barrister ever becomes to being a human.
Plus he ever was anyway.
Right. He was slimy. He's still a little slimy, you know.
Little scarred and traumatized.
Makes sense.
Right.
'Twas slimy again.
Now he's just morally slimy as opposed to physically.
Exactly. The slime went back inside his person.
Ew, that just sounds. That doesn't sound.
I mean, technically, all his guts like reaffirmed themselves. So yes.
It is disturbing and kind of icky.
Too much. Blah.
All right. You know that the cultists seem to be recruiting from the Stormlord's followers. Now, the Stormlord is a minor local deity who's chaotic neutral at best. He enjoys storms and the ravages of the sea. And so most of his worshippers are the people who are like, please don't sink my ship. That is the information you have so far. Also, the fact that they had a mole in the City Watch means they might have moles in other organizations. So you never know who's going to be upright and who's going to be a cultist.
Yep.
You do also know that the cultists are responsible for creating the Falgan, the mutated fish creatures that have a tendency to reflect magic that's cast at them. And somehow some of the cultists have managed to harness this little bit of magic for themselves also. Not as effective as the Falgan themselves. Molly was kidnapped, and she was one of their sacrificial transformations, and somehow managed to break loose from wherever it was they were keeping her. Unfortunately, she never saw what happened on the way in. She was unconscious, and on the way out, she was not altogether herself, and does not really remember. All she remembers is waking up on the beach.
She remembers waking up on the beach, though.
Yeah, like which beach did she, find a sign or?
She was a little bit to the west of the main docks. She knows the area well, as she is a professional dockhand.
I mean, like, that might be a good place to start, because I'm sure it's near the caves by the caves and the waves by the waves. That's where she washed up.
Wave cave, wave cave.
Yeah,
That
by the
place.
wave cave.
Double cave, double wave.
Make it official. Wave cave.
Yep, go to the Adventurers Guild, write wave cave and red Sharpie on the friggin' map. Friggin' world map. Tell me where that shit is if the cultists come back!
They just bring up the brothel, the low-class brothel called The Cave, that is, a two-room brothel underneath the Lighthouse Tavern.
That might be a good place to start. That's slightly more
talked
hospitable.
about investigating them to see if that might be the cave beneath the, or there's like a cave under the cave, or
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good place to start. That isn't
I agree.
maybe as detritus to our life and limb.
Let's go there
I like
first.
that. I like that idea. Let's do that.
all right. So you also have a fair amount of coin between the haul from the Thieves Guild, what they paid you, and the money that you just got from the town council. Does anybody want to do any more shopping and relieve themselves of some coin for some in place of valuables before they go adventurizing? Yes, you could always go. Do you want to go back to the black market, where they have limited options, or do you want to go to the Mages Guild, where the prices are going to be a little higher?
I got plenty of money to be fair, but
Okay? Oh, yes. So you wish to experiment with your Bago bones. So the detect magic that you used on it did say that it had a bit of divination magic to the bag of bones. When you before you just opened them up and looked into it and saw basically what looked like an entire hand's worth of bones. This time you open it up and you pour it out on the table. Well, as the bones hit the table, they reattach themselves into a hand.
Interesting.
And so everyone here has probably seen Addams Family.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, is it Thing or It is the severed wound?
Thing.
Thing, okay.
Because it's
You
the
know the
furry.
way Thing kind of communicates with gestures? Well, this skeletal hand behaves a lot like Thing. If you ask it a question, it will attempt to answer it. Now the questions must be very simple, and there's only a percentage chance that it'll be able to answer you any given question. But it can only answer you with gestures, otherwise known as interpretive dance.
Great.
I'm not doing that right now.
Got doing that right now? Okay.
No, not, nope. Gotta keep the bits covered, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Got nothing on under there. Take a lot of effort.
And also, a severed skeletal hand does not have legs to fling in the air. I mean, it can do the little kick dance, but that's about it. Yep. So visualize communication Thing style. It does have the ability to do divination and answer some questions, but you never know what it's going to do. And it can only answer 3 questions in a day. Or excuse me, you can only ask it 3 questions in a day. Afterwards, it falls back apart. You have to put all the bones in it back.
Jesus.
Also, if you lose a single bone, it stops responding until you replace the bone. You might be able to replace it with a fresh bone from somebody else.
She gonna be chopping hands left and right.
Excuse me, do you have your left kidney? Why, yes, I do. Okay,
can I have it?
Oh, just the second knuckle bone. Okay. Sephi, was it you that got the box of indeterminate origin?
No, that was Nari.
Nari,
Yes.
you got a box.
Yes, I did.
I'll be right
The
back.
box has some amount of magic to it.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been able to open it,
Yep.
and there's something hard rattling, like a single object hard rattling around inside of it.
Yes.
The box looks like this.
Ooh.
It's big enough for maybe, say, a tarot deck or something small like that. But whatever's rattling around, based on sound and so forth, it's probably the size of a large marble. And it's hard and it thunks like it's a piece of rock. If it wasn't for the fact that they've been unable to pick the thing and that they have no idea what's inside of it, you know, it's otherwise uninteresting.
I got it extremely on sale, and the only rule I was given is to not open it in the store.
Because they have no idea what's going to happen when you do.
That's it.
I think I wanna attempt it. I just wanna. I wanna see what's in the box.
Okay.
Like what's in the box?
All right. Give me a thievery check. See if you can pick the lock.
Thievery. Let's see what I get. I have like so many tabs to go through. Okay, so I have hmm, 22.
It is insufficient. You do learn that this is a very complicated lock. It was made specifically to try and thwart people picking locks. There are false pathways and very specific misguidance happening when you try to pick this lock. It's definitely going to take some time.
Got it. I'll just, hold on to it. We'll keep it. It's like my little Rubik's Cube. I'll hold on to it. Just for some fun times.
All right, Vivian, you said you wanted to go shopping at the Mages Guild. Also, if you're looking for holy items, most of the temples also, if it's a specific holy magic item, the temples do also sell some magic items as well. Okay, so you're going to head to the Temple of the Martyr. Okay. Start at the Temple of the Martyr. Are you looking for anything in particular? Okay. That makes it real hard for me because I have to figure out what's there.
Say a random thing, and he's like, no, not there.
Got it. Well, the biggest thing that the temples sell are healing potions. They are the #1 creator of healing potions, if that's what you're looking to buy. They also have, let's see, not just healing potions, but any other, like, antidotes and, all sorts of magical cures, because healing spells only do hit points. But say if you get hit with a level drain or get turned into stone to flesh, all sorts of things like that, any kind of status effect, they're really big on breaking curses too. Okay. Let me see what else. So the Temple of the Martyr, actually, one of their big things is they have a tattoo artist who can tattoo spells into your skin. Yes. It is
Wasp
a permanent
sting.
spell that you can invoke a limited amount of time per day.
Get the wasp sting.
So one of the most common ones is a summoning spell, where you summon up a representation of the thing. Anywhere from a creature to an effect. Like one of the very intricate tattoos that the artist has looks like a windstorm on his forearm. And he explains that he can summon up extremely strong gusts of wind to blow away his enemies. Okay, you want a wasp tattoo.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So he says, all right, I can tattoo you a wasp, but it is time consuming, and it's going to take multiple sessions to complete a magical tattoo of a wasp. So it's not something we can just do in an afternoon. And he also has to prepare, because he's basically performing a ritual of putting this into your skin. He does also inform you that the human body can only take so much when it comes to this kind of magic. Otherwise, it starts to burn people out from the inside. So,
Yeah.
you can have it erased, but that usually takes a major dispel magic to remove a magical tattoo. And what he can do is create a spell that would summon. He can either create one that summons a swarm of wasps, or a single giant wasp. Okay. He will ask you to put down a down payment on the work. In total, it's going to cost 600 gold. And he asked for 100 now while he gets all of the supplies ready. Okay. Looking at your robes, he does point out that as a priestess of Callistria, you could attempt to, while he's doing the tattooing, you do the praying, and see if Callistria will grant any boons or any additional power in this. Okay. So you now have a tattoo appointment scheduled for 3 days from now. So that's what you find at the Temple of the Martyr. Anybody else want to sign up to get tattooed?
I mean, I don't think that's anatomically possible for me, homie.
Do you want a carving?
Basically, can I have a carving, a little leaf indent? Take a Sharpie and just draw hay on one of the leaves.
You know, somebody carves a heart with some initials in it or something?
Yeah. Keep it spicy.
Classic.
Like,
it probably...
I know, like, actually probably so, but theoretically, like...
He's unsure of the effectiveness of this idea.
This guy sounds savvy.
So he's never tried this before.
It's okay. Sephi's okay. Sephi's just laughing because I'm like, dog, I don't even think I could, even if I wanted to.
Okay.
I don't think I even could.
The one thing about this kind of tattoo is, yes, it's a spell that you can use daily, but it can't be taken away or anything. It has to be, magically removed. It's not like you could be disarmed from it. Apparently, this very big deal with non-spellcasters, because they can get tattoos because they wouldn't normally know how to cast a spell. They pretty much get a spell that becomes part of them that they can use regardless of the fact that they don't know shit about magic.
That's fair.
All right. I previously given you a list of what it does. Did you lose your notes? It did +1 bludgeoning damage, and specifically negative energy damage. Let me. Okay, we're talking about the staff that you got previously, right? A long time ago. Okay. So it can do the, see, I'll just text you these spells. Okay. And in addition to the standard spells that thing is capable of, you can also use charges from it to heal your undead.
Neat.
And lastly, you can use it to, what was I saying? You can also use it to empower your undead, making them temporarily stronger and tougher. Okay. So the Temple of Luck. The Temple of Luck is kind of an odd place because it's part house of worship, part casino. And the gift shop at the casino, they do sell some basic items. They do a lot of Lucky Charms, and I don't mean the cereal. These items that may or may not actually provide good luck.
Sounds about right.
But pretty much it is about flipping the coin. And oddly enough, this is very similar to the coin that Tulia carries around. That coin that Tulia picked up, that she flips and seems to really help her luck. There are some like that, There are other items like, you know, there are, dice and various other items. It's kind of odd, but the House of Luck does actually sell, games like, uh, things like deck. You want a deck of cards? They've got a pretty nice decks of cards. Both ones that are used for casting divination or just for playing blackjack. They have dice that are intended for divination. They have things that are supposed to, ward off evil spirits and prevent the cough. Pretty much anything that, you're not entirely sure what spell you'd use, they might have a charm to do that. They have a lot of charms. So if you want a charm for protection against X, they've probably got it.
I mean,
Cthulhu.
like, I'm probably okay, because I have a +2 to cold and fire and against falling, so I'm like...
I mean, you even see a charm for protection from elephants.
That's incredible.
You've seen pictures of what elephants are supposed to be, but this is the wrong climate for elephants.
Water.
Elephants.
Protection from water.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Yes, specifically they have a couple of different ones. One, protection from drowning at sea.
No, I have 2 water breathing potions, so I'm not worried about that.
Probably
Okay.
safe where that's concerned.
Protection against storms.
I don't really spend a lot of time around the water, but I'm just afraid of what we're about to go up against.
Okay.
Wise.
Charms that prevent against friendly fire. Now you've actually got the monk kind of scratching his chin. Now that sounds interesting. So he goes and he's rummaging around the things he has. Here you go. So he pulls out this little piece of tiger's eye, and it is carved to look like a person. But the attachment point for the little chain is hooked to the person's ankle. So when he holds it up, it actually looks like a person who's tripped and fallen. So this is actually protection against clumsy friends.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
It was made by a monk a few years back after he was trying to teach one of our acolytes some of the basic things, and this guy kept tripping over everything and accidentally shoved him down the stairs. While he was nursing a broken ankle, he carved this charm. After that, he never got shoved down the stairs again. Also, that acolyte was no longer at the temple, but it worked.
Uh-huh. So it's like protection against friendly fire, basically?
Yeah, I think it would help.
Maybe I'll get that one, depending on how much gold it is. Since I tend to end up in the front and in everybody's way. You know, protection from friendly fire.
They're only asking 10 gold for that one.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that one. Oh, fine.
I just had somebody walk in my front door saying hello, so I'll be back one moment.
Shh.
Hello? just accidentally muted Sethi. Not
Yeah. See, of course, Cheeky, you just stopped muted.
Can't keep a good man down. Anyway. But no. I was saying intruder alert because someone's breaking in.
While saying hello.
Exactly. Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Yep.
That moving around me 4 foot on top of this VR box. Keep it not on the ground. I mean, that's pretty trippy, mate.
Agreed.
I don't know. Oh, we left his audio on, but not his mic. It's okay, I sound spooky. This
You
is
do.
how I sound in game.
It's the power of Calistria. Makes you sound real trippy.
Fantastic. This is how you talk when you pray the entire time, when you're getting your tattoo hyped. Please,
I might have, but I love it. I fucking love it.
That's great. I found my old pair of glasses, and I love how it just gives major Skrillex vibes.
It gives some hard Skrillex vibes. It completes your manifestation.
Some of my old ones, they don't even fit because my little sister pulled them off my face, but they have bifocals. Because the answer for my eyes not being able to transition was to just give me bifocals.
I mean, sounds about right.
But now I have these ones, which are the ones that I have now currently.
A little less Skillerex, a little more normal person. Okay, we do Skillerex cosplay. Just knock them on.
I know.
Boom. Good to go. Is that Skillerex? Can I have an autograph? Right there.
Yeah.
Just let it.
Ooh.
No.
No, for the pie day thing, I think if we can add actual pie and then the Smarty pie, so just Pinkie Pie with nerd glasses.
Well, that's why I'm Pinkie Pie on Pie Day holding a pie. I'm that's every layer. I could do so many hashtags for that.
with pie, with the pie logo sign on it, and if only I had a poly flag, pride flag, it would have just
It'd be perfect.
the
Have that one hand in the pie in the other. But I'm that'd be so good. I have one hanging up, but you can't see. It's hidden. It's hidden.
it would be the ultimate pieception.
It would be ultimate pieception. It'd have every pie thing. It'd be a game of Where's Waldo with all the pies.
Oh, hey, Bagalicious. Thanks for tuning in, friend.
Talking about Pie Day coming up on the 14th. You excited? Shit.
Yeah, I felt really stupid when I asked when Pie Day was.
Oh, you're good. It's easy to forget. Well, and I'm I throw off dates left and right, so it's wait, what? When is this thing that you're asking me to do anyway? What? So, a reasonable question. Oh, show. Show. In DDP. But I'm just happy to be back to being practicing poly now. Very hyped to be here. Having multiple partners.
Well, I don't even want to talk about it with you, okay? At all.
I mean, you're not here.
Not the point. And you know what the point is, and why I don't want to talk about it, because I'm jealous.
It's fair.
Alright, my lovelies. My IKEA shelf delivery has been completed.
Well, that's good. Ah,
Okay.
word.
So it was what? I say 10 gold for the protection from friendly fire?
Yes.
Okay. This item, whenever someone casts a area of effect spell that you would accidentally be in, gives you a +2 bonus to your reflex save to get the fuck out of the way.
Sweet. Area spells. I'm like, I end up going up front a lot, so hopefully that will help jank up other people's plans less.
Fireball!
Fireball!
Right at the Seffi.
Dodge. Immediately.
Now, the big shiny that the Temple of Luck has is a Sword of Luck. This weapon actually provides a +1 on all your saving throws,
Oh.
a +1 on attack and damage, and there are legends that this was gifted by a djinn,
Sure.
so is somehow connected to the djinn and might even have some wishes involved.
Even cooler.
The story goes that each jewel on the hilt of the sword represents a wish. There are 2 gems that are burnt out and cracked and charred, and there are 2 that are left. One of them is the big gem at the center. They are asking 10,000 gold for this item.
Man,
Like I
that's
said,
a lot.
it's shiny.
It's like I'm just a plant. Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna take friendly fire charm and leave. Thanks, guys. It's been real.
Okay. So then there's the Mages Guild. And they have just about everything. They have magic weapons and magic armor, magic staves and wands and potions and scrolls. Potions are generally something that can be used by anybody. You swig it down, it has its effect. Scrolls do require, most scrolls require a magic user who has some knowledge of the magics that they're casting to be able to read it and cast the spell. But it doesn't take up one of their spell slots.
Can they turn my snake eyes into some kind of charm that I can use to have dark vision?
When you talk to one of the mages in the shop, he brings in a specialist on crafting things.
Cool.
And he says that using those eyeballs are, they've been relatively well preserved. Thanks Thwack for getting them into a right kind of jar, etc. And
Good job.
I could craft a headband out of this.
I was hoping more for earrings.
Pardon?
I was hoping more for earrings. I don't know if that's close enough to the eyeball that it would work, but it has to be a headband.
That might be a little more difficult. But I could see what I could do. I'm not going to do anything until I know if I can do it. They definitely have to be like seriously well attached, not just like the little hook through. That's not going to be enough. Needs a lot. Kind of magic needs a lot But yeah, I could craft something like that. You don't happen to have any of the skin from this snake, do you?
I don't think I took any, but I feel like somebody did.
I didn't take the skin. I think I took the stinger.
The tail.
The tail. Attached to the tail is some amount of skin.
No, I'm okay giving up if that would be helpful.
Okay. He does say that having a little more of the creature would be helpful. And when he sees you pull out the stinger from the electric snake, he gets a little excited.
Yeah, turn that into a magic wand.
Yeah, that tail stinger thing is the primary component necessary for creating a wand of lightning bolts.
Ooh.
That's badass.
So, he starts out by offering you 5,000 gold for it.
Damn.
A wand of lightning bolts is a big deal.
That is reasonable. I mean, that'd be neat, but if Tatiana needs it.
Well,
I don't need the tail, I just need some of the skin off of it.
a little bit of the skin, Thwack takes it and, trims down the skin off of the end of it. It's a little dried, but it's still serviceable.
How much would it cost for me to turn it into a wand of lightning bolt?
Given that it is the primary component, let me see how much would a wand of lightning bolts.
Oh my gosh.
Oops. Sorry, Nancy. Whatever the fuck your name is. Stupid naked bitch in the corner of my room. Doesn't even do anything. Just stands there and lurks. She's a creep. Damn it, lady. Motherfucker. You're not waiting on me, are you? Because I can totally hear everything.
Oh no, you're fine. I think we're waiting on me, actually.
Yeah, I was trying to do some math to say,
Okay, that's fine.
to craft a wand of lightning bolt, it would take him about a week to craft it, and he can do it.
Little gay ass Spider-Man.
Now I can't think of anything else. Now I fucking have to drink my fucking cocoa, my fucking rainbow marshmallows, and only think about Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
And I tried to go for like 500 gold.
Roll your diplomacy skill.
Phenomenal.
And remember your unreasonable request.
Yep, my just yes, goodness. Ah. That's a 7. JK. Let me see what that adds up to. I thought it was the unicorn for a second and got really excited. That would be a 9 plus shamelessly, harmlessly cute, shamelessly requesting.
Unfortunately, not enough to get him to significantly drop the price.
What about 700 gold?
Based on that score, he's only willing to go down to 9.
Yeah, I'll do it for 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can either have the brand new one that he's going to, that'll take a week for him to craft with your specialty item, or you can have it right one of the ones that have been pre-made that are in stock.
I mean, I'll swap for an in-stock one.
So something to note:
Yeah.
your magic item might be cooler than.
Oh, then I'll wait.
Okay.
Then I'll wait.
His level of excitement about getting to use this tail tells you that this thing might be better than the average wand of lightning bolts.
Cool. Then I'll wait a week and get a new wand of lightning bolts with my cool tail thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Takes your tail bit as well as the as your money.
Something to stay focused.
He also takes your eyeballs and it says that he'll work on it.
Hands are.
So you're an elf. Don't you already have low light vision? And what was it you were trying to get out of it?
Dark vision.
Ah, to be able to see in the dark. Okay. Okay. Vivian, is there anything you wanted from the Mages Guild?
So I have to do something. Because I took the anxiety medicine last night, and it's probably
Okay.
then it makes my brains react too. So I hate taking that shit.
So, looking around, no. One thing, no, well, you cannot technically buy more spell slots. You can buy scrolls that you use in place of a spell slot, but it's for a specific spell. So, you drop 50 gold and you buy a harm spell. Right, so if you wanted something specific, like, have a scroll of healing on hand, or pretty much any other spell that you're capable of casting, you could get a holy scroll of that or one of the other temples.
Well, hello there.
But you also get better prices at your own temple. Okay? Okay. Alright. So you put in your order at the Mages Guild. Nari, is there anything you would like to shop for at the Mages Guild? Magic weapons, magic armor.
I can check out some of the. I don't know. Cause I got a lot of just random chaotic magic stuff that I'm pretty.
I've gotten some fun chaotic magic stuff.
What kind of armor are you using presently?
I just have leather right now.
We can
Okay.
pre-bag them
But
and either
would armor heavier armor or so affect my agility and everything?
Depends upon if it's magic armor that's specifically not going to.
Because I was gonna say I'll check out the armor, but then I was just like, my big thing is being quick on my feet, and I can't be quick on my feet if I'm like a bulky ass
2:15 as well, so sometime
thing.
between. I might really wake up.
And what kind of light vision do you have, by the way?
And it's gonna be over the phone.
I would say just
I have dark vision.
Okay.
be fine.
Usually they're like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the phone and see how I feel about it. And if I don't like the phone, then we're gonna do the video chat.
Video chat. I prefer the video chat.
But they're running like the hospital or the clinic. They have their own like, little video virtual thing. So she was like, someone should be calling you to set that up. If they don't call you, then we'll just have the video chat. Then the phone chat, and then we'll set you up for the video.
So they have a kind of elven chainmail. It is lighter and finer than most usual chainmail.
I don't have to mute it all.
Yeah.
Everybody's shopping right now.
Let's see. So it is elven chainmail is made out of mithril, and it will it gives you has an armor class 2 higher than regular chainmail, and it has no check penalties.
Okay.
Exceptionally quiet, exceptionally light.
Shit.
Sounds.
It does cost a elven chainmail would cost about 2,500 gold. So it is not cheap, but it makes you much harder to hit. And I don't know if you're what did you say, you're wearing hide armor?
Yeah. Make sure. Oh, studded leather. Never mind.
So let's see. So let's see. So right now, I believe in the item column, you're probably just getting a +1 from your you're only getting a +1 from your leather armor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Thinkity think.
La 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 la.
Siege. So this elven chainmail would go from the +1 you're getting for your leather to a +6. So that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah. Hmm.
But also pretty much eat up, I'm guessing, almost all of your money.
Yeah, we still have it. Yeah, we still don't even know exactly how much money I have because we still have to discuss my fun adventure.
Oh, that's right, because we didn't schedule your adventure with the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, so like, yeah, no, it's a no for me. Just altogether, just
Okay.
it's so good and it just
Very not about that.
declined.
So
It's not worth it.
So the other option they have in magic armor that would be up for you would be what they've got listed as the studded leather armor of the knight. So
Okay.
it is a leather armor that is pitch black, and the the leather is specifically conditioned to know not squeak, not crack, not make noise. It would give you, it is a +1 magic armor, and so your total bonus would be +3, and it gives you a +1 when you're sneaking or and doing stealth, trying to stay in the shadows, etc.
Okay.
And that one, let's see. That one would be 800 gold.
800.
Yep. But it makes you it makes you harder to hit, and definitely will add a little bit to your stealth skill. Though I don't know if that you need that with your shadow sneaking.
Yeah, that and I'm. Yeah. Uh.
Or you could just get see if you can get some regular enchanted leather armor. That would give you like a +1, or you could even buy it for +2. +1 magic armor would only cost you let's see. A +1 armor will only cost you 160 gold.
Does it have will it take away from my like stealth abilities and stuff?
No, but this would be an enchantment that they basically enchanted leather armor. So it behaves like your leather armor, just the same as the stuff you've got now. It just has a +1 bonus on it. So instead of the item bonus being 1, it'd be 2.
Okay. I like that. That sounds decent.
All right. And then Vivian said she wanted to go back to the Temple of Callistria and see what they've got for sale because, of course, she gets discounts.
Smart.
Walks in, what up, bitch?
Shop where you have discounts, bro.
Yep. All right. So at the Temple of Callistria, pretty much they do craft
magical scrolls, divine magical scrolls, and so anything that's within your realm of spells that you could cast, you could buy a scroll for that, or multiple scrolls. Any clerical spell that's on your list that you can cast one way or the other, they can craft a scroll for that. They in their library they have all of the information for just about all of the rituals. Now, the fact that you've been, dabbling in necromancy, okay, a little bit more than just dabbling, that's not a normal Callistrian thing, so you might have to dig a little harder in the library.
Dig a little deeper.
Okay? Gonna hoard your money for now? Okay. Another option is that they can try and put protection spells into your vestments so that you get a bonus on your armor class when you're wearing your holy garb.
I want that. Can I do that? Yeah, can I upgrade my items? That'd be awesome. I don't do that. Let's do that.
Okay. So you want to increase the armor. So your holy robes give you no armor value right now, right? And you're not wearing any armor. You know that clerics can wear armor.
Yes, I can wear light armor.
Yep. So you could be wearing light armor.
But I do have more. Like, I took off my armor for a reason. I think I have more or a better unarmored defense than a
Okay. So they could simply put a +1 or +2 protection enchantment on your holy vestments.
I'll take that.
Okay. A +1 is going to cost you the 160 gold for them to cast that on there. If you want to go +2, then that's going to be 300. No, not 300. I can't math. 350. Or they can put specific protection against this, that, or the other thing.
Would they be able to use the ropes to like raise my spell attack or spell DC or something?
No, it wouldn't be so much your spell DC, yes. But it would have to be let's see. So yeah, they could potentially increase it by +1 or something like that.
Okay, you said 160 gold?
For a +1.
How much for a +2?
350.
So that's more than. Okay.
Yes, it is more than double because it's not just it goes up significantly as you try to go higher.
Okay, then I will do +1.
Okay. Now roll me a percentile die. So that did you forget to get your dice again?
Happens to the best of us, my guy. – .
got a 37.
Okay. The spell goes off successfully. And there's now, in the borders of your robe, there are now a little bit more stitching in gold that contains the spell of protection. How about you, Tatiana? Do you want to get some protection spells stitched into your slutty clothing?
Might not hurt. That's for sure.
So, because you're with the priestess here, and you definitely follow one of Callistria's precepts. We're willing to
The
give
best one.
for the price that we offer the priestess here. So for 160 gold, they will put a protection spell into your Levitious adventuring gear.
Less.
Cool.
All right.
How much gold again? 150, 160?
160.
160? Okie doke.
Sephi, what about you? Are you interested in getting any protective magics for yourself?
I don't think so. I'm glad with the charm that I got, and my other armor and stuff I already have has quite a bit of that type of thing.
What does it do for me?
Resistances and
Is
stuff.
it just a +1 to my AC, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
So it goes into the item section. Whatever number you've got in there presently, it just gets bumped up by 1. So for druids, because you're not supposed to wear metallic armor, there is something called dark or ironwood armor. So you could have crafted armor that is specifically made out of specially enchanted woods. So your wood would be extra hard.
Yeah.
You know, baby.
Ew.
I mean,
Now,
my
this,
AC is.
unless you find a grove of druids, this is something you might have to have specially ordered, because who wants this besides druids?
So I think I'm okay because my AC is pretty high at the moment,
Okay.
but and I just spent a lot of money on a wand.
Yeah.
And a lot of money on a wand, but I'm like, I think I'm okay. Looking at my budget, looking at my AC.
Got it. All right. So you've gone and done your shopping with your earnings and goods.
Yeah.
Oh, did he say how much my snake eyes were gonna cost, or not yet? Did I pay any
You
upfront?
have to research it.
Okay.
Um,
Just making sure I keep up with my money appropriately.
Thank you very much. So, were you girls of the consensus that you wanted to go back to the brothel known as the cave?
Yes.
I think that is wise. I like that idea.
All right. So after your shopping trip, by the way, you have rested and recuperated, and you have all of your spells back, etc.
Excellente.
You head out after your shopping, and it's about lunchtime when you get to the Lighthouse Inn, or tavern, excuse me. They don't really have much in the way of rooms for rent. Do you want to go into the tavern, or are you just going to head straight down to the brothel?
Probably just straight to the brothel.
Straight to the brothel.
Yeah, I don't see
Right.
why else we would go outside.
Well, you head down in, and the place is quiet and seemingly empty. It's lunchtime. Apparently, they don't have anybody in who's there for a nooner.
Huh. Sucks for them. I work day shifts.
Ah, smart. You get the peeps.
When I work downtown, every now and then we'd go into the local strip club to get lunch.
Yeah.
The lunch specials were actually pretty decent, and hey, get entertainment while you're having a pretty decent burger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, our club doesn't serve food, unfortunately. But if you need a drink on your lunch break, we got you. As long as your lunch break is at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which most of the time it's basically just when people get off work.
Yeah.
Still
a little post-work booty clapping.
My booty doesn't clap, but yes.
Wasn't there one girl though whose booty audibly claps?
Yes.
One of your strippers, I know that's the case. I remember that.
Yes.
Because I was just dumbfounded after you guys gave me the lap dance. I started sucking up lap dance information like a sponge.
I love it.
What? Whole world of amazing things that I have missed.
When I was out in Vegas, a friend of mine who dances, she was pointing out one girl at the club she works out. Apparently, this girl can make her booty jiggle each cheek independently.
Yes, that's a thing.
And
Yeah.
What a skill.
Send Morse code with her ass cheeks.
Via ass cheek.
Yeah, you just squeeze one at a time.
And hers wasn't just a little jiggle. Hers was a lot of independent jiggling.
Yep.
Just use your mind powers. God.
You just
Simple as that, bro.
squeeze one muscle at a time.
The other girls were actually convinced that her butt was demonically possessed.
Phenomenal.
I would be too.
So you get there, you walk into the little reception room that they've got. There's a small hallway that goes down away from the reception room, where there's rooms off to the side. That's probably where they do their business, and there's a small gong on the counter, and but the door was unlocked, so somebody must be here somewhere. What do you do?
Could we have explored the outside before we walked in to see if there's any kind of weird cellar type things that we notice?
Smart.
Well, the cave is kind of the weird cellar thing.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's got a set of stairs that goes down in to that's how you come in from the at street level is where the tavern is, and then you come down the stairs out back to get into the brothel.
So I guess we need to ring that ding dong dang. Get that peoples up here.
So after whacking on the gong a couple of times, a very bleary-eyed matron comes staggering out of one of the rooms. This is the same lady that you met last time.
Hey, Fran.
She is the proprietor of the establishment, and she looks a little worn today. Maybe a touch hungover.
Reasonable.
And she looks a little surprised to see you. Most of her clientele are the rough and tumble sailors, and so you are once again a little out of place.
Just a wee bit.
That's
But
how
they're
it be.
adventurers, and everybody thinks that adventurers are weird.
They'd be right. We are weird. In the scheme of things.
What do you want at this ungodly hour of the morning?
Is there a cave beneath your cave?
So, that whole...
Something I haven't heard before? I'm not familiar with this position. Is that code for anal or something?
I can bless this lady.
No. Just forgive the poor leaf child. That whole thing...
Looking confused.
The whole thing of the people that were dying and, disappearing and all that kind of wild stuff, and we're still trying to kind of figure that out. and there was this like riddle thing, and we think there might be an entrance to something strange underneath this establishment. And I was just curious if you could maybe give us a tour and show us around, you know? Or if you don't want to, I could just toss you a few coins. You can hang out while we go on the tour by ourselves.
I like both options. Those some solid 10 out of 10 options right there.
We've got 4 rooms, and the girls are sleeping in 2 of them. One we're just using for storage. There's not a lot down here. Apparently, the girls who work here also, you know, keep rooms there, so it's not just, it's their home as well as their office.
Interesting.
They do have a small kitchen in the back and a little washroom, but that's all they've got.
There could be a fucking trapdoor hidden somewhere. I'm just saying.
Can we tap the walls?
Let's go looking. Where would you allow us to visit during this time of day? Of course, we don't want to disturb any of the girls. Let them get their rest. Every girl needs her peace.
Just you.
You have the magic locator broom. The limitation is you have to have seen the thing that you tell the broom to find. The brothel tokens?
That's true. We have seen the thing we want them to find.
So those are, you've seen people like them. You'd have to point out like a specific one. It's not like saying, find me a dwarf. Because you know what dwarves look like. Nope. It's like, find me that one coin with the nicked edge. It's find you a specific item, not a class of items. I do not remember if any escaped. The bunyips.
I'm pretty sure one of them escaped.
All right. To be able to do that, do give me a wisdom check to see if you can bring a mental picture of this specific guy to your head well enough for this spell to work. Nope. $21. So you try and bring a picture of this guy to your mind, and it's a little hazy, but you throw the broom up in the air, and it does actually manage to hover for a moment.
Nice.
Before
These games are
pointing
college
south by southwest. That direction points straight at the reception, the little reception desk they have in the space. Okay. Give me a perception check.
Everyone or just Winter?
Everybody, you're all looking.
Where I got a 28.
I got 13.
Math work is red.
Friday. 29.
Okay. The 28 is high enough for you to know that you're fairly sure that you did not find any secret panels or trapdoors or anything there. The broom is probably pointing outside of the building to wherever that one dude is. you also do notice something else. On the opposite wall, there's paintings and even somebody brought a potted plant in here. But given all of your recent things and a certain somebody's knowledge of secret societies, the painting of the ship that's on the wall is very similar to the Stormlord tattoo. It is a ship being tossed about on the waves, but the similarity is striking.
I'd like to take the picture off the wall and examine it further.
Wise.
The matron, when you go take her furnishings off the wall, what are you doing? Leave the furnishings where they are, please.
I put some back.
I promise I'll put it back when I'm done. I tried to ask if I could investigate, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Don't
Flip
break
over.
anything. And if you do, you're definitely paying for it.
That's fine.
I have not thrown her any coin yet, so she's a little...
I tossed her 5 copper.
5 copper's just enough to, get her to fill out a little bit.
Same.
5 copper's enough to buy breakfast.
I like breakfast.
Biscuits and gravy would absolutely sate me. Are you kidding?
Hold it. This is the money to buy the thing, not the actual biscuits and gravy.
I mean, biscuits
Got a
and
delivery service here.
got some fancy DoorDash, some ye old DoorDash.
DoorDash, grab up.
Yep. Ye grubbin' hubbins.
All right.
Tavern to go.
So, on the back of the painting is the artist's name.
Maybe something of note.
Um,
Given everything.
It's not particularly of note. It's old from the looks of it. There is one thing that's different between this painting and the tattoo.
You tell.
In the background of this painting, there is a cliff,
Uh-huh.
whereas the other painting was basically on the open seas. This one is shown it's apparently close by land. But even given your recollection, the angle that the ship is sitting at, and the way it's tossed, the tattered sails, the style of ship, all of them are very similar to the tattoo.
Does
So-
Molly recognize the cliff potentially that it's supposed to be set in front of? Theoretically, any place similar intent.
Anyone have local knowledge or lore geography?
Molly.
No.
League lore?
I have nature.
And I have League of Legends.
Okay. So on either end of the bay, there are cliffs that help protect the bay from major storms, and as well as along the shoreline, further to the west, there are more cliffs out that direction as well. But you don't, given your lack of familiarity with the neighborhood.
Is Molly not with us?
The big ogre.
Molly Longshanks. Oh, I kept thinking you meant
Me.
our Molly.
No.
I really should not name my characters anything similar to my player.
This is very true. But Molly Longshanks, would she recognize it?
But
Maybe,
she's not.
But she's not with you.
Not with us.
Okay.
Did not start out the day by going and collecting her from the Temple of Calistria.
Okay.
Probably not a bad idea. We probably should have done that while we were there. It's not a bad idea.
She was recuperating when you guys went to the city council, but another day has passed. She might be in better shape to help out.
Well, and I'm sure she wants to go seek revenge.
As fast as possible.
Okay.
So
now, what are you going to do? You're going to go get Molly and bring her back here to the brothel to see the painting?
I would probably just explain to her what we saw in the painting and then just tell her that we think that the cave we're looking for must be somewhere near some of these cliffs. So we want to go cliff diving!
Your common sense tells you it showed a picture of cliffs. That's not going to be enough for her to find something.
You might want to bring her back then. I mean, we'll describe it and she might be like, oh, you mean Sketchy McCliff? A place where people go to die? That sounds about right, but like... if
That's
not,
true.
If she doesn't have any idea, maybe show her.
That's true. That's fine.
Alright. So, you go to the Temple of Callistria. You collect Molly Longshanks. And head back to the brothel.
Yes.
Now, you can tell that Molly's a little uncomfortable in a brothel. This is...
Not her turn.
not her territory, not her gig. So she's just a little uncomfortable. Bring her in. The matron comes out again. It's like, you're back. Okay. You guys are going to have to give me some coin here. This is not a way station.
Steffi hands her like 100 copper. Apologies.
100 copper.
Yeah.
Basically, you are the person who just paid for gas with a baggie full of quarters.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, I think is kind of funny because it's like, okay, you guys did pay me a lot of coin, but you paid it in quarters. You fucking savages.
Yeah, she's not gonna like us very much.
But she is used to, people on the little more hard times when it comes to coin. So
She and the Coin Star are close friends, I'm sure.
your 100 copper equals 1 gold. So it's not insignificant money. It's just that pain in the ass money.
He said,
Steffi saw Tatiana's 5 copper and was like, I bet if I give her 25 times that, she'll like us.
Takes your 100 copper and just gives you the eye and goes and wanders off with it. And again says, don't break anything. Again, this time eyeing Molly Longshanks for the
Being giant.
size of her. She is having to stoop over because she does not fit well in this cellar turned into a brothel.
No, that is fair.
So, you show her the painting. And she looks at it. Oh yeah, I've seen paintings like this before. These ones were really popular back when the Stormlord was a big thing. Every now and then, we get Stormlord, little Stormlord temples popping up, and getting the sailors to throw them coin to promise not to get their ship sunk. They come, they go. After a major storm, they mostly close up the shop because, well, somebody's pissed off that their ship got sunk anyway.
It's you, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, that's why you have Santanic temples and stuff keep going on.
All right, but you point out the cliffs in the back of the painting. And yeah, that is. You don't often see that. Usually, these Stormlord paintings are on open water. I did hear say that there was a Stormlord temple in the cliffs on the east side of the bay. But it was like 4 or 5 years ago. We had this hell of a storm, and 3 ships went down, and there was story that a bunch of pissed off sailors and sailors' wives went and raided the place and trashed it.
Oh, great.
So, I mean, but yeah, I mean, if kind of looking at this painting, you see that dark spot right there? I mean, that could be a cave, or somebody put a fingerprint on the painting. I don't know.
Be worth checking out. Oh, that's just area.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a little bit of a trek because what you've got the commercial docks, the naval docks are to the west, and then there's the long beach that points out towards those, which is mostly used by the fisher folk pulling up their small boats, net mending, all of that kind of stuff. So they do actually refer to this as Long Beach. Nowhere near as swanky as anything in New York.
Not the same one.
There's also a Long Beach, Mississippi. So it's probably similar to that.
Probably closer.
There's a Long Beach, Mississippi. Bless.
All right. So having done this, it's now mid-afternoon. Do you want to take on this trek today, or do you want to wait until tomorrow to start fresh?
What time is it?
He said midday.
So like 2:30ish.
Yeah, let's go then. We night people.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yes, everyone is at full and full.
Yep.
We're full. The day is young. Let's fuck some shit up.
All right. So, you're trekking in that direction. You see a number of fisher folk. They're, like I said, mending nets, patching up hulls, caulking the sides of their smaller boats.
They're putting their dicks in boats? Just
Caulk, not.
I say this sounds like Vivian's fucking place right here. They're cocking some boats. Vivian, this is your home.
There's this one guy with a peg leg, and the other guy's got a hook, and they got their trousers around their shins, and each of them sticking their dick into the holes of the boat and trying to, blow a load and use that for glue to seal it up.
phenomenal.
What I was thinking is it's like some kind of fanciful wooden ship, but instead of like cannon holes, it's just a bunch of dicks. Like a glory hole.
Oh my
A
god.
bunch of dicks going across the sides of varying lengths and girths. There's like 2 tiers, one about hip height, one about mouth height.
Phenomenal. I feel like this is the beginning of a hentai.
It could be. I'm not gonna lie, I would watch that hentai. I like hentais that are creative, that break the mold. That make me be like, I didn't know this could turn me on, but here we are, fapping to this weird cartoon.
Amazing. Anyway.
Off topic, porn ships.
Yep, porn chip.
Porn ship.
So you're walking through a fairly busy section of the beach where they're working on all their fishing vessels. Some of the larger ones are further out. They must access them via dinghy as opposed to, having a full proper dock to row out to. So the furthest east group of fishermen are milling around, finishing off their tasks as you walk past them. Roll for perception.
Got nat 20, baby.
Same.
Yeah, oh my god.
They're dicking around and not really doing anything.
Sounds about normal. They have
More
storm
so-
tattoos.
Everybody else has been actually doing something, but these guys are trying to look busy.
Seems like terrorist behavior to me.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, wow.
Seffy's nat 20,
Kidding.
their surprise attack is not a surprise.
Good. It's just a lot of them.
Oh, well, if we're surprise attacking them, I won't yell a battle cry.
No, they're trying to surprise attack you,
Oh.
and because Seffy was on it, she's like, that don't look right. Their
Smell like it.
push fail.
I know a bitch who I
See one? I smell a bitch.
Okay, 24 for Vivian. Tatiana.
15.
Seffy, 22.
33.
33. Okay.
Arrow nice and high.
Okay. Nari.
My brain's being the.
What the fuck is your perception?
What?
My perception or
Yeah.
16?
Yeah, mine's
Sure.
15 too.
Yeah, it's really high.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say side tangent. You look so pretty in photos when you smile, Mom. You do. You look so pretty.
Hey, baby, why don't you give me a smile?
I was just looking at this one where we're smiling at each other and being puppies, and I'm like, oh, Molly's so pretty.
Prove it. Show me.
I actually expect if I ever ask a girl to give me a smile like that, then I'm gonna get shanked.
Yeah, that's a
I mean, it's always a bad idea to ask, but you know, you could just be like, but you're so cute. But you're so cute. I'm sending like it's a crappy shot off of my computer, but it's in the chat now.
35.
35?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. See? Banging perception up in this bitch.
Let's see.
See what I mean? You beautiful bitch.
No. I totally disagree.
Oh, see, I like it. I think it's cute. I think you look like a cutie.
I totally disagree. That's my personal opinion.
That's fair. Well, I'm putting it in the edit folder. You can take it back out if you want.
Okay. So, with a massive awareness, Nari gets to go first. There are 6 sailors that were standing around not really doing anything.
Okay.
They are dressed in work clothes. They don't seem to be carrying any armor, but they do pull out weapons. They have crossbows that they had stashed away, as well as short swords and clubs.
Hey, they wearing some baggy clothes or what?
I know they kind of like had things stashed behind the boat that's turned upside down, and
No, they pulled it out of their butt.
More like theater thugs.
We all know this.
Like when they're
Enemy
people are
hammer
theater, they
space.
pull it out from backstage and start their number. Their props up from backstage.
Okay, so these guys are just trying to ambush us and it just didn't work out.
right. They thought they were being sneaky, but you guys are much more aware than they ever expected.
Mm-hmm.
Suckers.
Okay.
It is midday in sunny conditions.
Yeah, I know that. I know that much.
do you do, Nari?
Got some new spells I should try
How
out.
close? Like how close? Like yeah. Like how close or far are we?
They're about 10 feet away.
Oh, okay.
So they're fairly close because this was supposed to be an ambush. And they're just supposed to, jump you when they're right on top of you.
Like the cartoon, like beep, 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 and then you get caught. I mean, I guess I'll. I don't even fucking know. I shall. Okay, I'll try. I'll shoot one with an arrow. I don't care.
Roll for attack.
Uh, 24.
24 hits.
Woo! And I got 5.
Okay. All right. You can take a couple more shots. They'll just be a little bit more. -5 penalty for each.
I don't even know. I don't. I'll throw a tanglefoot bag. And just kind of. I don't know. These guys.
Stop, bandit.
It's kind of just stop. It's not really big on.
All right. Give me a d20 to throw the thing and hit.
Okay, what do I use for?
Your plus.
Yeah.
Your dexterity bonus.
Got a 15.
Okay. You missed the guy that you were aiming for.
Yeah.
And it just hits the side of the boat, which suddenly starts growing seaweed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible.
All right. Next up is Sephi.
Excellent. So I'm going to get in such a way that I can shoot them with a lightning bolt and hit as many of them as possible without injuring any of my companions.
First 2 whiskers that fell out.
I'll
That's
use
her
one action
canines
to
that came out in
move
her
to that whatever
first
spot that is
shedding of her
2
nails.
actions to
I
cast
finally
my
had it complete.
big lion.
Let's say that out of the 6 of them, you can get 2 of them in a line.
Okay.
But they're
I can
a
live with
little
that.
too spread out to get a better line than that.
Yeah. So then you do a reflex save and throw
Okay?
to not get scorched.
Both of them miserably fail a saving throw.
But just that's 4d12, so you get to have.
Are you hungry?
Plus 12 is 19.
Is there
Oh, 2. So 22 points of damage to both of them.
Okay.
what can
Live like a bitch,
I make?
die
Can
like a
I make you
bitch.
soup? Pizza rolls?
The falcon that's coming up out of the water
You
behind
want it
them
in the oven or in the microwave?
does manage to saving throw to manage to get out of the way of the
I
lightning
have
bolt.
pizza rolls now.
Oh,
Oh, shame.
that's fine.
Oh, shame.
Thank you.
Given that you see the movement of him doing that, there's 3 falcon coming up out of the water.
I can eat this.
Oh,
Eat
no.
this. Eat that.
Sometimes, you know, the snacks.
Wait, did you say 3 falgan came out of the water?
3
No.
falcon coming up
No.
out of the water to join the ambush.
We're not.
Cool.
All right. Now, let's see. It is one of the ambushers' turn. He points his crossbow at. Let's see how many. Got 6 people. At Nari.
Bummer, man.
And
You like the
does
broccoli
22
cheese
meet
one?
your
I
armor
actually
class?
really like those. We should definitely add that to the
No.
list to get more next time.
Okay.
Do you want to try the cauliflower?
Is it? How close is it?
I have to put it in the oven.
That's fine. I need to clear some of these other snacks out.
I'll make the pizza rolls when it's ready.
1, 2.
So the arrow glints off of your armor, or the crossbow bolt glints off of your armor.
Well, with my hold up, do I not get a chance with like my evasion thing?
Nope, that's only for when you get a saving throw.
Okay.
This is just an armor class issue,
Okay.
which incorporates
See
you.
issue, baby.
Give me.
That's
a perception
funny.
check.
Everyone perception?
Nope, just Nari.
Okay, sorry, just checking.
Don't get busted in the face, man.
I got a adding uh 28.
28. There's something smeared on the head of that arrow. You can see a sheen of something that's on your armor where it hit. You've got alchemical skills now.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your craft skill.
Got a 20 total.
Okay. Based on the smell of that, what's smeared on your sleeve, that's probably a tranquilizer.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
They've basically got some kind of knockout poison that their arrows are dipped in.
Ooh, I'm going to probably shout out to the rest of the peeps. Yo, don't get hit by the arrows. They got tranquilizers.
It's sleepy time. To get hit by one of these, it's sleepy time.
It just bounces off. I see it, and I'm just like, yo, they got tranquilizers.
Yeah.
If the difference between that and your armor class had been too high, it wouldn't have even touched you. So you wouldn't have gotten to make the perception check to know that there was stuff on there.
So it ended up being real ideal, it sounds like, is what I'm hearing.
No.
Yeah. And it being her, she's got the alchemy skill.
Yeah.
All right.
If anyone had to be shot, it was a good thing it was you.
That guy takes his other actions to reload his crossbow.
Warren.
Let's see. 26. Vivian, 24. Your turn. They are about 10 to 15 feet away from the group,
Can I trade you?
and they are pretty much between you and the
This is
water.
trash. Thank you. They're really hot, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Their weapons. Three of them are charging towards you with shields and swords and clubs, and the other three are shooting at you with crossbows. There are also 3 Falgan coming up out of the water. Animate Dead is a ritual. Do you mean summon? Oh, that one. Is there a body there that you can animate? Okay, so that's what the Animate Dead says. Okay. That's pretty damn hefty. Got it. Remember, most everyone cannot hear you because you're so quiet. The only person that can hear you is me. Try turning on your microphone, see how that works.
It gives feedback.
Hello.
But it makes her sound quite ethereal.
Good. Alright, I am going to...
And she's muted again. Speak much louder so that you're projecting to my microphone.
Gotta use their voice.
Okay. So, you are in full sun in midday. White is definitely going to be weakened.
So no.
Anything that's ethereal is significantly weakened. Some undead are not. Depends upon what it is. White isn't? Okay.
I don't know if I've had her dinner.
Okay, no, it is just a physical undead. All right, up out of the surf, the body of a drowned sailor
No, you should have just scolded her.
comes staggering up. He is near to the Falgas.
No, there's nothing. No, she doesn't deserve anything.
That's easily.
Did you cat
A
food?
white technically is a intelligent undead.
Did you eat cat food?
It does have some amount of knowledge of
Lay
its
down.
own. And
Lay
it is
down.
not stupid. It does not
No.
just have to be commanded. It recognizes you as its ally and is liable to, you know, attack just about anything in its general vicinity. Okay. Skelly Boy. He is standing right there with you.
Okay.
Okay. He would not attack Skelly Boy because they are fellow undead. And so the undead's tendency to attack living creatures would not have him going after the other undead. They kind of ignore each other. Unless they're playing poker. Okay. Caradan, aka Skelly Boy, is going to attack one of the ambushers. You have his character sheet?
I just moved the box. Okay, I need it to go.
What was that? Okay. Okay. Caradan the Undead attacks with longsword. What does he get? Okay. He hits very solid. Roll the
Good job,
damage.
Skelly Boy.
Okay. He's also healed for 12 points of damage. But he doesn't have any injuries as
So
present.
pretty. What a fun coloring page. Where'd you get it?
It was in a coloring book from Spirit Halloween.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Vivian. Next up is Thwack.
Damn it! I'm last.
Yep, no, you are not last. Molly Longshanks rolled a nat 1.
Phenomenal.
Oh man.
Okay. Thwack goes in to attack the one of the shield bearers and misses horribly and trips in the sand. So he is prone. Now it is Tatiana's turn.
Alright. So, the downfall of us not having the map is I'm gonna have to ask, where the fuck is everybody?
That is a
20
good question.
to your left. They're all pretty much in a group over there.
How many of our people are in that range?
Thwack is nearby, but the rest of you have attempted to do stuff at range. Skelly Boy is right standing up close to the closest one of them.
Okay. How big of a
If you're
stance are
looking
they
at
in?
If you're looking at a fireball,
No.
so ask a more specific question.
it's fire spray. It's a 15-foot cone. If I start it, say, 5 feet in front of Skelly Boy and Thwack, give me as many people as I can get in that 15-foot cone. It's a 30-foot range.
You could hit 4 out of 6 people.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Nice.
$27.
Okay. How much damage?
Nine points, max damage.
All right.
Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Alright, let me make sure I'm also keeping up with how many spells I use and how many I have left. Alright.
So 2 of the shield bearers look pretty well singed. The others are somewhat injured.
Alright. Fire arc for 29.
Hits again.
Targets 2 creatures.
Okay.
And that would be 5. Wait. 1, 4, 5. 5 points of damage for both of them.
Okay.
And then Vesta, okay, is Thwack or Skelly Boy being severely damaged by one of them?
No, the attackers have not gotten their turn yet.
Okay.
Only one of them has gotten it.
Okay.
They're all going. The other 5 are going to go just as soon as your turn is over.
Because Vesta only gets 1 action, she's just gonna kind of step to the next square in front of me.
Okay.
That's it. She's not gonna get up close enough for them to beat the shit out of her yet.
Got it. Okay. Crossbowman number 2 fires and misses. And fires a second one and puts an arrow into Molly Longshanks. She is injured, but she does not go down. Third crossbowman fires and Sephi, does 23 beat your armor class?
Nope. Just barely though.
Okay. Another crossbow bolt slides off of you. Okay. First, heavily singed shieldman takes a swing at Thwack while he's on the ground, but Thwack just manages to roll out of the way.
Woo.
But his final swing does actually manage to hit Thwack. And puts a decent gash into Thwack's back.
Oh no.
Right.
This is a complicated ass coloring sheet.
The
Oh, I should get my dick one.
The shieldman who is facing off against Caradan delivers 3 blows to him. There's a little bit of terror in this guy's eyes as he gets an idea that what he's fighting isn't normal. Because Caradan does not flinch when hit. He takes 13 points of damage. Write that down, Winter. All right. The last shieldman closes in with, let's see, who's going to be in the front of your group?
Well, Vesta's in front of me.
So he takes a step towards Molly, or excuse me, to Tatiana. And with Vesta right in the way, he's forced to deal with her first. Takes a swing with his club and does a 24 beat Vesta's armor class. I expect it probably does.
What the fuck is her? Yeah, her AC is only 18.
Yep.
We also haven't adjusted it since I got her, so I don't know if that needs to go up at some point.
We will look at that after this battle.
Fine. Yeah, totally cool.
She gets whacked upside with a club for 8 points of damage. One of the Falgam that's in the water turns and tries to go after the white, attacking it. Gets a 24 for their attack. Is that enough to hit the white's armor class? Okay, so yes, it hits. The white gets hit for maximum damage with a claw rake, so it takes 12 points of damage.
Damn.
Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie.
The other two Falgam come up out of the water, and they also engage in the combat. One going after Thwack, who's on the ground, and the other one also attacking Caradan, the undead. Thwack gets hit again, but it's only a glancing blow, so it takes 3 points of damage. The Falgan tried to use the claws on his foot to stomp Thwack, and he only got a small scratch out of it.
That's good.
Caradan gets hit for a nat 20.
Oof.
Yep. Gets hits for another 12 points of damage. All right, we're back up at the top of the list, and Nari, who is disappeared off of the chat.
She messaged
She said
in the
she
group.
was, having like medical
Okay,
malarkey.
understood. I'm
Yeah.
going to put everything on mute for a second, and I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay. No, Patrick's. Jeremy's here and says hi.
Hello.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hello.
Going through the puppy pictures that have been edited. They looking mighty spiffy.
Yeah, they're
But yeah.
cute.
They do. I'm like, the editing that's done on them looks actually like super good. Some of them I was like, I don't know about this, and there's only one edited one that I'm like, I really don't know about this.
Wait, are they all edited or no?
No, there's some, like, because Bobby's, like, put someone in to be edited, and, like, there's a folder, too, for, like, don't. No. There's a no folder as well, which is good, because some of these I look about 400 pounds of southern cut bacon, and I don't want that.
You
I
sure
didn't know
about
my
that?
stomach- Huh?
You sure about that?
Yeah, like, some of it I'm like, I didn't know my fat rolls could do that. I didn't know they could hang like that, and I am
Oh,
visibly mortified that that is the case.
that's
Deeply mortified that my fat rolls can do that. But between the knee and everything else, I'm like, I need to start going to the gym. So, because I'm like, I probably wouldn't have broken my fall with my face, or fallen at all, had I been in better shape, so.
Or sober.
But why would I be that, Patrick?
Yeah, dude.
Why would I
I
be
mean,
that? I'm not gonna get shape.
that's why
You
I'm
have to have
coloring.
drug.
That's why I'm coloring, because I am sober right now, and I am having a very difficult time staying focused. So this is me finding a way to stay focused and still listen to you guys and still be able to, like, respond, but I'm having a very
I'm the
difficult
same
time.
with the pictures over here on the computer, because I'm like, I just dig through those without, like,
Yeah.
thinking
Right.
about it.
So, while Luna's out, say that Nari has succumbed to one of the tranquilizer darts, and she is sprawled out on the sand.
Bummer, man.
So that brings it to Seppi's turn.
Dun, dun, dun. What am I gonna do? I have more time to think about it.
Should have been prepared.
I should have been, but I was like, this is fine. Maybe my multitasking. Anyway. I might do my little. Because the Falcon are undead, right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I thought they might have been.
The Falcon are transformed creatures, which probably, because they're mutated, they're unnatural, probably puts them in the classification of abominations.
Cool. Then Fey creature it is. If someone wants to go like one before me while I find a Fey creature, I'm okay with that.
Using
Next
this.
person
good
on the list is the archer
I
from
was just
the
using the
other
other
guy,
little tray I
other
had
side.
for my trash.
Well, then he can just wait for a minute. Then he can just wait for a minute while I
No.
figure out
I don't.
what I'm gonna cast. What I'm gonna do Fey
But-
creature wise.
I'm sure you know
It's
why.
hopefully, I'll just,
I don't.
No,
if
I mean,
anything,
we could
maybe
make
we'll
a
just
guess.
like totally wing it. You guys want to totally wing it?
What are we winging?
Like I'm gonna
A fairy?
pull up Fey creatures that are in the right level and pick a number 1 through however there are. And
Yeah, let's. I'll roll for it. I'll roll for it.
I mean, I see the like this website takes like 8 years to load. So once it loads, I can tell you what we need to roll.
Also, you are on the seashore, so you have the option of bringing in sea fae as well.
And that's actually maybe I'll do. Sorry to get everyone's hopes up, but I so rarely get to use Sea Fae.
That sounds beautiful. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like a naiad. We're gonna pop up a naiad, baby.
Thank you.
Do you want more than that?
Probably not. I'm curious if I should dip them in something.
I have.
They're really hot.
Yeah, they just came out of the oven.
Oh.
I have ranch. I have the
I'm just thinking
Chick-
ketchup.
Chick-fil-A sauce as well. You want just ketchup?
Probably.
But yeah.
All right.
So I bring a naiad onto this plane.
A swirl of water pulls together right near the Falgan, who are on the shore's edge, and hassling Caradan. What does the naiad do?
She has one action.
Yep.
She will do Aquatis Fist at whatever critter is closest to the shore where she manifested.
One of the Falgans.
I figured. So. I need money. Where are you? Okay. She didn't do very well. She only got like a 10, so.
That 10 to hit.
Just
Yeah.
leave it with me.
Do you want
The
more?
Falgan is now wet.
Maybe.
Yay! The fish is now wet. Congratulations.
Wet.
Wet fish.
All right. Vivian, your turn. No, Archer's turn, sorry. Archer flubs it and misses horribly. Not even going to even ask if anybody's armor class is an 11.
Nope. Not this level, baby.
Okay. Vivian. Yours.
It's your turn.
You're right, and Caradan.
Okay. And medical,
Okay. Roll for the white first to fight the Falgan who's in the water. Oh. Sephi?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't point that out. There is one Falgan that's still in the water, as opposed to on the shore.
Yeah.
Is much more the Naiad's territory.
Yeah, well, then he's wetter. He was wet,
He-
and now
he-
he's wetter.
The 10 is wetter, but for your next round, more ass
Yeah.
kicking.
Yes, exactly.
You're right. The white's attack roll. Damn, did we take a long time to get started this morning? It's almost 9 already.
Yeah, we got started at like 6:30.
Well, and then we spent like an hour shopping, so.
That too.
Got it.
So yes, quadruple.
You want to try the Chick-fil-A sauce?
A what?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
I guess. Move it on me.
Speaking of feet, and you told me pick
Go
one.
ahead. We're waiting.
Lifting my leg to get that thing.
What is the basis of the question?
Too much.
Thanks.
I'm simple.
What effect is it?
Best purchase
Yeah.
ever.
Now you see why I'm like obsessed with these things.
Who would have made that? It would be used as medical equipment.
It tastes like regular ass
It would only have taken effect. No, it will not. It will not take effect on this creature.
Absolute side tangent, but I got high one time and walked to a 7-Eleven because I was a sad boy, and I bought this hand-whittled cane off a homeless man in front of the 7-Eleven after he'd made it, and now I'm using it as medical equipment to get me around the house and can't really go anywhere without it. So super useful purchase
Oh my god.
from the homeless man from the 7-Eleven.
I mess 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Alright.
That hits and hits hard.
Okay. I'll be here.
As long as one person play, that's all that matters.
It is now drained to 1. Because of how high you landed that hit, he's actually drained 2, and still takes the 7 points of damage. Okay. Let's see. That was Vivian. The archers. Ooh. Okay. Sephi. AC 25.
Just barely gets me.
Okay.
Snags me.
You are dizzied. Everything. All
Gross.
all of your rolls are -1.
Next drag.
And 5 points of damage.
Woof.
Woof indeed.
archer misses.
Oh wait, I didn't take my turn.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead and take your turn, and then we'll have the final archer finish up his.
Okay. So we will have
That's right.
Yvonne, come over here.
Alright. So we're going to hit with his longsword. And he got a 32 to hit.
That hits.
And he hits it for 9.
9 points of damage.
And then
He gets back 4 points of healing.
alright, does he have another action?
Yes, he gets 2.
Okay, then we're going to do that. Wait a second.
As intelligent undead, they get 2 actions of their own. Okay, he gets back another 7 points of health.
Alright, and then Vivian is going to. How close am I to the other people?
You are all within 10 feet of each other. You're walking in a group.
Okay, but I'm going to. Can I close that step without
Are you
him?
doing crazy?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to cast harm on Skelly Boy.
Okay.
Yes, 5d8. Oh,
I didn't think he was that injured.
nothing, but I only prepared for will help.
Then I would save it and use it for something else.
Okay, I was going to cast it as an area spell, but I don't want to do that first.
Right.
And all my other spells are targets, and I know they deflect target spells.
The Falgan do.
Yeah.
You have humans that are attacking you as well.
Oh,
3 Falgan coming up out of the water. 6 fake sailors.
okay.
Okay. An archer or one of the shield bearers. Okay. Okay, that's not a basic fortitude save. Basic means that it does not come off of your I'm gonna have to look that up, how that basic saving throws work. I am unclear on those. But he did not pass it. Okay. Tatiana, you get a +1 in your next attack roll or whatever. Okay. My notes. How many points of damage did you say? 16? Okay. Okay. Now the last archer takes his shot and gets a nat 20. Shooting Vivian for 4 points of damage, and you are dizzied. -1 to all rolls. Okay. Everyone give me a perception check.
Nat 20, which puts me at a 30 total.
Nice. I got a 33.
Okay. -1. 31. Okay. It's your 30s are all still good enough for you to be aware that you've got another 4 crossbowmen coming at you from the shanties that are inland from the beach.
Good grief.
They are at this, because of the high rolls you got, they are at about 60 feet away before when you spot them.
I mean, that's good anyway.
Molly Longshanks on her turn staggers and falls down.
Damn.
She is unconscious.
Rip.
She had a second arrow in her, but that was not enough to kill her. It looks like the tranquilizer might have gotten her.
Yikes.
She has a good fortitude saving throw, but she just rolled poorly.
Yeah.
Welcome home, my darling.
Okay. Let's see. The one of the archers turns and throws something at the white. It's a potion bottle that hits it in its back, and it goes stiff as a board and falls into the water. Say it loud enough for everybody to hear.
I love it.
All right. The two standing shield bearers are beating at Thwack and Caradan, and they managed to deliver 1 blow apiece to each one for 4 points of damage for Caradan and 3 points of damage for Thwack. And the 2 Falgan one misses Caradan horribly, and the other Falgan does manage to hit Thwack, who by this time has regained his footing, so he's up and fighting better. Tatiana, your turn.
Okay. I would like to use animated assault. 32.
What does animated assault do? I forgot.
So basically, and I just screenshot it too, just because I know I'm gonna, you use your mind to manipulate unattended objects in the area, temporarily animating them to attack. So I figure if we're in an area where there's fishing poles or weird spears or any kind of sharp, crazy object or boxes or barrels full of heavy things, rocks, whatever, the objects hover in the air, then hurl themselves at nearby creatures in a chaotic flurry of debris. My range is 150 feet, and it is a 10-foot burst. So whatever area where I can hit the most amount of people in 10 feet, that is not my friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who I'm supposed to be hitting.
So, the overturned boat that they were milling around before the ambush lifts itself straight up in the air, spins around 3 times, and comes flying back down at them. What was your attack roll?
It's a 17 on the die, and my spell attack is a 15, so I think it's 32.
Okay, so it's highly effective. The shattering boat, as it hits the ground, and the fake sailors, and the Falgan, and how much does it say how much damage it does?
2d10.
Alright, roll that.
That would be 10 points of damage.
Okay. These guys can't roll saving throws to save their asses. Literally.
God. To be fair, there's like a bajillion of them, so that's probably fine.
2 of them get nat 20s on their saving throw.
Good for
The
them.
rest of them all got under 5.
Ah!
Amazing.
Suckers.
Like, either get everything or nothing.
Or instantaneous death.
So one of the shieldmen, who Tatiana had previously scorched, gets an oar through his chest. He falls over, and he doesn't quite lay all the way down, as the oar is kind of propping him up. As it
Oof.
sticks out of him. But it's clearly evident he dead.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see, this one. He's hurt a lot. He's hurt a lot. One's on death's door. Alright. One of the Falgan actually remains uninjured. Alright. Tatiana delivered a hurt on a whole bunch of people.
And then,
One of them.
I can give, my other attack, or my other action to Vesta, so Vesta can get 3 actions total.
Okay.
So she'll go for whoever is closest to her.
One of the Falgan.
Cool. So I guess that'll be 1 action to move, and she'll get 2 attacks.
Bite or tail lash.
She's gonna go for a tail slash for 29.
Okay, 29 hits.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And a second tail slash for 29.
And how much damage?
4.
Yeah.
And then the other thing with animated assault is it says there's a sustaining damage of 1d10. I can pull that back up on my turn, so if any of them are still alive, then we've got that plus her persistent fire.
Okay. All right. Sephi, we did not give your Naiad a second their attack on your turn this turn.
I did. I tried to punch something and failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, with my next turn, I know what I'm gonna do. But,
Whack puts a good slice into the Falgan that's been giving him grief. All right, back to the top of the round. It is Sephi's turn.
okay. So. Oh, thank God, babe. I'm going to cast blindness on the creature closest to me.
Closest to you would be one of the shield-bearing humans.
Yeah. And it's not touch. So, determined by a fortitude save.
Okay. His fortitude save is crap,
Oh no.
and he screams and paws at his eyes.
Did he fail or crit fail?
It's just a fail.
Okay, then he is blinded for 1 minute. If he crit failed, he's blinded for life. So that's why I asked.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then I take my last action and give it to a beastie. And she is going to... Let me see if she has anything super crazy cool spell-wise real quick. She's going to take one action to cast Tidal Surge, which essentially moves targets out into the water. So all the kind of like Falcon right on the shore and the one that's in the water.
Okay.
If possible. And then do a fortitude save.
One of the ones on the shore manages to retain his footing.
Did they fail or crit fail?
Just fail.
Okay, then they move 10 feet out into the ocean.
Okay, one's pulled off of the shore, 10 feet out into the surf, and the other one is pushed another 10 feet further out.
Yep.
So you got one that's 10 and 20.
And then...
The Falgan, being fish creatures, are somewhat at home, but these are kind of... It's not like a merman who, lived in this. They can swim and they can breathe in it, but it's not like it's home to them.
Yeah. Well, then with the last action, the Naiad punches whatever creature is closest.
Okay, the one that was right in front of her.
Hard. Nothing. But gives him a smat and got a 15.
16 is not enough to hit.
Right.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. See. Vivian, you are further dizzied, and you are now at a -2 on all of your dice rolls. See. Tatiana, does a 22 beat your armor?
22 is my armor.
Okay, I give ties to the defender. So you are hit with an arrow, but it manages to just the magic of your armor manages to stop it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. Now, the archers approaching from the seashore, from the shanties up onto town, start lobbing glass bottles in your direction. There are, when they strike the ground, they open up, releasing some kind of a toxic cloud. Everyone give me a fortitude saving throw.
I got a 21.
Okay. Okay. And Tatiana, fortitude saving throw.
24. Do I need to do one for Vesta?
Yes.
Vesta gets 22.
Okay. Tatiana is the only one who passed the saving throw.
Damn.
And you see everyone else swoon and fall.
Thanks.
Oh, fuck.
Yikes.
You are severely dizzied and
Rehash a Sunday.
yeah, you are dizzied 4.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Oh, the rest of you are unconscious.
Oh. Okay. I'm just unconscious.
Yep. The white, whatever the spell that they used on the white, when they hit him in the back of the head with it, he went stiff and went down in the water. So you haven't seen him since that. Skelly Boy, as having no constitution, is unaffected by this. Let's see.
This is not good.
As Tatiana is kneeling in the sand, trying to hold her head together, you see the your assailants gang up on Caradan. And they're bashing him pretty hard until somebody brings out one of those potion vials and manages to smash it on him, where he goes rigid and falls to the sand. You can tell that because of your connection with him, he's not been destroyed or anything. He's been immobilized. You can tell this, or at least you will be able to tell this once you regain consciousness. As Tatiana is kneeling in the sand, one of the assailants comes up and stands over you and says, "Well, you bitches have given us a lot of trouble. Now you're coming with us.
Oh, fuck.
Tatiana, you get one action before you pass out.
Blistering invective. I'll show you what a fucking bitch is. Bitch.
Alright, does he get a Constitution saving throw, or?
I'd have to look up the saving throw. It's a will.
Will.
A will save.
And roll damage.
Phew! Eight points of damage.
You see the skin on the side of his face start to burn and bubble as if like a really nasty, like you just got scalded with water or oil, and that's going to leave a scar.
Good. Call me a bitch again, bitch.
And unfortunately, everything fades to black.
Fuck.
No. I'm glad this combat seemed to just be like we couldn't have done it anyway, so it was made to be captured.
I don't know, if all y'all wouldn't have fucked.
It makes me feel slightly better. I'm like, oh no, that's a lot of enemies that just kept coming up. It's okay.
If I would have got first initiative and I could have done a fireball, it may have been different.
You guys had about a 25% chance of being able to beat them. Also, they were not aiming to kill you.
Yes.
They were aiming to incapacitate.
Well, they did what they wanted to do.
Yep. So, we're just about done with our session for this evening. So I will leave you with a teaser for the next day.
Oh, fuck.
When you wake up, each of you finds yourself in a cell. The only thing that you have with you is basically your underclothes, which means Vivian, you're naked.
Ha!
Come on, does Vivian wear underwear?
Probably not.
Yes, you did spend money on that. Oh.
I think so. Best sleep I've ever gotten.
Rest, yes, but you have not prayed to your god or anything. So you're unconscious. You can't. So when you wake up, you can do your praying, etc. And if you have any injuries, each of you can get back a D4 of hit points.
I don't, but Vesta does.
Okay. She also will heal.
Just roll a d4.
What about them spell slots?
Spell slots?
Yeah.
Is anybody I know Tatiana is a what's the word? Spontaneous caster. The rest of you are memorizers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you will have been unconscious long enough that spell slots will have regenerated, but
Okay.
you're going to have to spend your time praying or studying your spells, whichever your flavor of caster does.
Got it.
You are in a very small cell. It is just over 5 feet in every direction. Not enough for you to quite lay down, not enough for you to quite stand up.
Unless you're Steffi.
Unless you're Seppi size. Also Nari. Nari is small, so she can probably at least lay down or stand.
Cozy.
Everybody else is is uncomfortable. It is a dark room. There's a little bit of light coming out underneath a door to one end of the room, and light coming in the other end.
Are we each in an individual cell?
Yes.
And our counterparts like Vesta or Skelly Boy, are they in their individual cells as well?
Yes.
Bummer. Alright.
All by myself.
Don't wanna be.
Same. Just naked and friend.
Also, no, I'll save that for next time.
Okay.
Oh man.
You're in the dark. You are stripped of your weapons and equipment.
Can't strip me of my weapons.
My weapons are these chains.
Yep.
Hold it, did you say titties or cheese?
Both.
I have good up cheese titties!
Titties. Fight that bitch. Fight my cheese titties.
I would.
Alright.
Fuck.
So, we did not get a whole heck of a lot done today. I will try to be more ready next time. But for getting Molly to identify the cliffs, you will each get 80 experience points.
That should be 145, right? Total.
Yes, Vivian concurs.
Where at?
Alright, ladies. Thank you very much for playing.
Thanks for
Thank
hosting.
you.
To both.
Well, thanks to our other viewers who tuned in this evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry it was a little bit of a slow start today as we had a lot to accomplish with our leveling up and all that cool stuff. But hopefully we'll catch you guys next week. Same place, same time, same people, all that cool stuff. But otherwise you can catch me tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time for Pathfinder 2E with the local crew where I play as the Dompier Violet. Hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you when I see ya. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.